Om Sthapakaya cha dharmasya sarvadharmasvarupine avatara varishtaya Ramakrishnaya te namaha Yathagnir shakti Ramakrishne stita hiya Sarva vidya swarupam tam Sharadam pranamamyam Namah Shri Yatirajaya Vivekananda Suraye Satchit Sukha Swarupaya Swamine Tapaharine Yam Brahma Varunendra Rudra Marutaha Stunvanti Divyaistavaihi Vedai Sangapadakramopanishadaihi Gayanti Yam Samagaha Dhyanavastita Tadgatena Manasa Pashyanti Yam Yogino Yasyantanna Vidussura Suraganaha Devaya Tasmai Namaha. We are in the first shloka. Dharmakshetre Kurukshetre Samaveta Yotsavaha Mamaka Pandavas Chaiva Kimakurvata Sanjaya. The Dharmakshetre Kurukshetre, we went into detail where from we got that. How did that name Dharma Kurukshetra came? How that name Dharmakshetra came? The King Kuru, how he sacrificed his life for the welfare of his own prajas, making them completely fulfilled, went around to unite the rest of the continent. Just went on giving the message how to live, how to reach perfect harmony in the society, a world of peace, love and harmony. He beautifully designed and presented all the we could without sword, without conflict, only through love he could make the whole continent one. And he wanted the dharma to flourish. And this made him get the blessing of the Lord for that particular land on the bank of Saraswati river as Kurukshetra. Now the Saraswati river has diverted and it is Kurukshetra is not on the bank, but in those days it was so. And we see the land was again his prayer, his wish to grow dharma, in which various aspects of sacrifice, universal love, the brahmacharya, all these things, dana, dharma, all these things are a compact way he would grow. And then God, pleased with it, accepted that his request to call it Dharmakshetra. So this Dharmakshetra, Kurukshetra is so holy place because he prays to God, whoever, with whatever intention, whatever state of mind, whatever state of body, whatever it be his karma, he should get highest rewarded life, a heavenly life when they leave the body. what great good karmas can bring, that they must acquire. With that request, the Dharmakshetra was formed. Now, the glory and greatness of Dharmakshetra was known to all. Krishna is a Lord of the universe who has blessed this world to become Dharmakshetra, Kurukshetra. Bhishma, Dhritarashtra, Karna, all these people, the great people, knew Kripacharya, Dronacharya, the whole, almost all kings and people of those days knew the glory and greatness of this Dharmakshetra, Kurukshetra. And now in that the war is going to take place. Krishna was not a warmonger. He has come down to this earth of mortals to establish dharma, to spread shanti, to give peace to all souls, and joy, bliss of living. Now all his efforts to avoid war goes off. The last, it is considered a Rajadharma. Rajadharma, the rules and regulations the king must observe for anything is called Rajadharma, especially with the political view in mind. So when war becomes inevitable, the last effort should be made, varieties of ways to avoid the war. So Krishna takes that responsibility to convince. Last he himself goes to Hastinapura and presents in the court his suggestion and requests Duryodhana to hand over Hastinapura to Pandavas. And then when he refuses, finally Dharmaraya's request, Yudhishthira's request to give just 5 villages, each one, the 5 Panchapandavas, one a small village of the whole country to give, with which they are satisfied. That also he refuses and says, not even a point of land I am going to give them. Then Krishna, finally, when this was the thing, he says, now, let the divine take the charge. Then, in return, Duryodhana wanted him to arrest. He orders his soldiers to arrest Krishna. And Krishna reveals he laughs at this. What is he going to do? So all elders there request Duryodhana not to take such a step of arresting Krishna. But it was divine will that Krishna revealed his Swarupa, Rupa, and the whole thing, the lighted, everything was, everyone was stunned, Bhishma and all that. And then he came out. Straight away came back to Upaplavya, a place, a city in Matsya kingdom of Virat, where Pandavas were staying. It takes about 2 days by chariot to come from Hastinapura to Upaplavya, or Upaplavya to Hastinapura. He comes back just to convey to Pandavas, the war is inevitable. Now you prepare. To just inform Pandavas that course left to uphold dharma. The dharma means the virtuous way of living according to the laws of nature. living according to the will of God, and to live a righteous life, dharma. To uphold the dharma, war is the only way. The place has to be determined. In one of the classes, someone asked how that place was selected, who selected, and all that. Now comes the place is to be determined where the war is going to be there. Now huge land is required because 18 Akshohini warriors are there, and the 18 Akshohini constitutes about 6 million soldiers and warriors. 6 million almost, 5.5 million almost. And equal number, almost half of that, horses and elephants, and still half of that is the chariots on which the war would go on. Such a huge land was available only here. The war cannot be conducted in the city areas, and this was the only alternative, but Krishna's intention was not that. War can be done anywhere. But he wanted, because it's a part of the Dharma Samstapana. Krishna has come down to Dharma Samstapana. Now so many lives have to be sacrificed, and let everyone be benefited by this, and everyone let them, even whoever dies, even see, this is the warrior, this one, so many people, food preparation, food supply, water supply in the war fields, thousands and thousands of people will be there to rouse their spirit, the drum beaters, all this will be there, and for all them, food and all that is needed, including medical facilities and emergencies, are to be supplied. And Krishna wanted, whoever dies, he knew almost none will survive. A handful may remain. And everyone who has died there, they must reach the heavenly status, if not liberation. So the suffering because of this war should not be there in anyone. You see, God sees in a different way. We see in a different view. We want our victory more important than the welfare of others. When great people have to give, or nature gives, the karmic result also, sukha dukkha, she sees that the jiva evolves, and avatara is giving, because he is taking the responsibility of the war. He determines the land, where irrespective of intention, irrespective of the karmic load, irrespective of their way, behavior, hatred, whatever the inner things, they must reach a very highly evolved state of heavenly status. So Krishna decides, Krishna wills that war shall be here in Dharmakshetra, Kurukshetra. Then all others, Bhishma, Drona, Kripacharya, including Dhritarashtra, everyone knew the greatness of that place. And they all endorse, yes, it shall be done there. And while coming back from Hastinapura, being Duryodhana refuses and tries to bind him, arrest him. Then he being royal walk, he comes out after showing his Swarupa, Darshana, And he comes out. And while coming out, he meets Karna, requests Karna to join Pandavas now. He says war is inevitable. Then he gives him his real identity of being son of Kunti. The whole story he tells and gives an option to come to the Dharma side. But he refuses. Then he tells him, well, now the war is inevitable. You have to now just inform the place and time of war to the people. And while coming out, he last words that he utters to Karna is beautiful. And even the play, not only place, the time also was decided by Krishna. In Mahabharata, we come across the Udyoga Varga Parva. In Udyoga Parva, we get the exact mention of it. Bhruya karna ito gatva dronam shantanam kripancha saumyoyam vartade masaha. Wordings are very clear. It looks like our Indian language. Bhruya, tell. Karna ito gatva, for having gone from here, tell these people. Drona, Shantana Putra is Shantanatanu is Bhishma. Kripam. Namel Saumyoyam Vartate Masa. This month is very comfortable. Suprapaya, that is Vaha Indanaha. We need for burning, cooking, heat and all, we need indhana, fuel. Pakkaushadi vanaphalitaha phalavan alpamakshikaha. The insects and all have become very few. The flies and all others, small insects that move about, in winter all subside. All aushadhi, pakkaushadhi, whatever we need, medical herbs and all, is freely available in ripe state. Nishpanko rasamattoyaha. The water is pure and rasavat. It is agreeable to taste. Natyushna shishira sukhaha. The temperature is also na ati ushna na shishira. It is neither too hot nor cold. And it is comfortable. Sukhaha. Saptamat chapi divasat. The 7th day from today. How Krishna momentarily decides, you see, yes, 7-day time. Saptamat chapi divasat amavasya bhavishyati. There will be amavasya on the 7th day from today. Sangramam yojayet tatra. On that day we shall begin the sangrama, the battle. Tyaham shakra devata. This is then ruled by, it is presided over by Indra. That is the time. The whole thing, he says, O Karna, say unto Drona, Bhishma, Kripa, that present month is the delightful one, and that food, drink and fuel are abundant, and the all plants and herbs are vigorous. We need that medical helps, you see. All trees are full of fruits, flies are none, and roads are free from mire. Waters are pure and tasty. Weather is neither hot nor cold, so highly pleasant. Let the battle commence then, for that day is the presiding day by Indra. So also unto all kings, this is an important statement of Krishna. Then let the battle commence on that particular day. That day is presided by Indra. Say also unto all kings that have come for battling that I will be fulfilling the desires of cherished by them. They will come for war. They will come for to battle. Yes, you will be given an opportunity to express your war tactics, all the whole life what you have practiced, you can put into. And with that he doesn't end. Fully accomplishment and desires cherished by them. Indeed, all kings, this is the last statement, indeed, all the kings and princes that are obedient to the orders of Duryodhana, obtaining death by weapon, will attain an excellent state. This is an assurance. God gives assurance. All those, they are obedient to Duryodhana and come. They are going to die. They will have a death by weapons, of course. And those who die will have an excellent state after death. This assurance. Go and tell. And this is there in the Udyoga Parva of Mahabharata, section 160. And how even the whole planning as if done by the Lord, all efforts to avoid war in every possible way. My children, live together. Don't fight. Give the rights to be fulfilled by all. It is there. Why are you coveting others' property? What will you get? You have to leave everything here and go. What for are you fighting? Nothing remains. Dharma, there you see the Satyameva Jayate. The truth will triumph. Dharmo rakshati rakshitaha. One who upholds dharma, lives according to dharma, dharma will be protecting them. These are the eternal principles that Hinduism is upholding at all times. This is how they lived. But you see, the war became inevitable. The evil will be there apart from good and bad. Now, coming to Dhritarashtra, he knows what is happening. He is full of guilt that Dharma Kshetra Kurukshetra. Now he wants to see the result. So he asks, Dharma Kshetra Kurukshetra. He begins, the Mahabharata, Bhagavad Gita begins with that. Dharma Kshetra Kurukshetra Samaveda. He utters that words. The Kurukshetra, he knows how the Kuru king did his life, how he sacrificed, how he united whole continent with love, like a mother embracing all children together. He knows all that. One that Moha, my son, and whatever he says must be done, and the kingdom must go to this son, though he is not the rightful person. That one moha makes him to collapse. And Kurukshetra is Dharma Kshetra, where Dharma is going to flourish. Kuru wanted Dharma to be grown there, like growing vegetables. He knows, and he knows the result also. Everything is going to perish. But he is not able to give up moha. Most of the humans, this is the fate. You see, we all know how to enter the world, like Abhimanyu. We don't know how to come out. We get caught there and spend our life fighting, within and without, constant conflict. Anytime we want, we can come out, be free, love our own people, serve our own people, do all our duties as worship unto God, live happily. But that moha doesn't allow to give up that mindness. The same thing, what are we going to do? By leaving everything, we are going to do by taking it as belonging to God. It doesn't belong to me. It belongs to God. The same thing, I look after my children, I send to school, I do everything. I go and earn for my family. But giving up I and mine. This I and mine, a person is not ready to give. Child is God's, I am taking care. That thought never comes. Child is mine. Nobody has a right to hold his hand. This is what makes us smitten with grief all the time. Well, this much today, and any questions you have, you can express. Abba. Yes. So
when Dhritarashtra says Dharma Kshetre Kurukshetre, Swamiji,
yes.
So the Dharma, as he understands,
No,
is the
no, he is a king. He is not a fool. He is not an ordinary person. A king can be called for challenge by anybody. When we were children, King of Mysore was there. Yeah, he was prepared. Any scriptures, music, arts, war field, politics, and even physical challenging, sword fight, anything happens, anybody calls, he was ready. Every bit of knowledge he had. They don't lack the understanding of what dharma and adharma is there. Duryodhana himself, he says, Janami dharmyam, nacha me pravrittihi, janami adharmam, nacha me nivrittihi, tvaya vrishikesha, hridistitena, yatha niyuktosi, yatha niyuktosmi, tatha karomi. They don't lack knowledge. But he says, I know what is dharma. I know pravritti. I know push towards that. I know what is adharma. But I am not able to withdraw from that. That is individual nature. That's why the whole thing, even the brahmacharis in the ashrama, brahmacharinis, the monks, and even devotees request, transcend the nature, go beyond. Get rid of your nature, kama, krodha, lobha, moha, mada, matsarya, internal enemies. Get rid of, conquer them lovingly, not with hatred, not with. You are divine. Claim your divinity. Why are you identifying with this body and sit? He knew what is dharma. Gandhari knew. You all knew. But they are not able to come out because of the clinging, the inner enemies are sitting and driving them from within. So when he says Dharma Kshetra, Kurukshetra, already his hands and feet are trembling. You see, the Duryodhana talking in the first chapter, what all he talks. Arjuna, no, Duryodhana.
Duryodhana speaks.
As
So,
if
Swamiji, so when Arjuna and Duryodhana goes to Krishna to choose, and Krishna gives the two options to, right? That is either choose me or my entire.
yes.
Choose me alone or entire of my own.
Yes.
So if Krishna, being the Lord, he will be there on the dharmic side, but then he has put all his people into the adharmic fighting. So how what is the underlying?
That is the justice he is doing, because he is equal to his whole army. He cannot give to one. Kuru Vamsha, he knows. Now the brothers have split. When he is offering himself, he has to offer to all. He has to do justice. If he gives to Dharma and withdraws from the other, he has no right to give it to these people also. He has to remain tadastha, be a silent witness, and not, while giving, he has to give to both. He gives the option. I or this one you can take. When government seizes a person, he gives the option, you or your property. Pay 20 lakhs rupees or stay 6 months in the jail. So, like that. All right. So, for today, Om Niranjanam Nityamanantarupam Bhaktanukampa Dhritavikraham Vai Ishavataram Parameshamidhyam Tam Ramakrishnam Shirasa Namamaha.